What's up, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Outdoor and Horsepower 101. My name is Justin, and this is my best friend Kovu. You'll be seeing a lot of both of us throughout this channel, but you won't be the only two that you'll see. There will be a lot of my family members and a lot of my friends. And the reason for those other people being in my videos is strictly of the knowledge that they're going to be able to pass on to you guys, that they've been able to pass on to me, as well as some of my knowledge I would like to pass on to you guys as well. I was born and raised in the upstate of South Carolina, fishing most of the upstate waters, Lake Murray, Lake Wateree, and the coastal waters of Charleston and Myrtle Beach. I also grew up hunting in the upstate, deer, hogs, turkey, and that's been a passion of mine my entire life, as well as cooking and eating that wild game. That might be my favorite part of the whole experience. For about the past 10 years, I worked in the food industry, and I gave my life to those jobs. I missed out on time with my dog. I missed out on time with my family. I had to move away from home a couple times. But that's what everybody has to do to survive. Bills must be paid. Family must be fed. You must do what you need to do. And I did that. And my bills were paid. And I had a few toys I could use to have fun on the days I wasn't working. But I was never happy. And it's a key ingredient in life is you've got to focus on, just because your bills are paid and you're unhappy doesn't mean things are okay. I finally had to sit down and pray, and the answer I got from the Lord was, Justin, you need to pursue that dream of YouTube you've been pursuing for the past 7 years. 7 years ago, when I was at the lowest point in my life, YouTube is what brought me up and gave me happiness throughout those days and nights. Episodes and channels like Deer Meat for Dinner, Outdoor Boys, Blue Gabe, Flare, I was able to join them on their adventures, even though I was stuck where I was at work or the night before work, knowing I could never go on those adventures. I was able to live vicariously through them, through their videos. I felt like I was there. I was a part of their adventures. That's something I want to be able to share with you guys. I want to be able to share the knowledge I have of firearms, fishing, as well as vehicle maintenance. My brother will be able to teach you things about vehicles you never even imagined you'd be able to learn. You're going to follow along with us as we do a turbo 2500 6-liter build, and hopefully getting it upwards of 800 to 1000 horsepower in a 2500 HD truck. That's just a small little spiel into the things that you'll be adventuring with us on this channel. We have a plethora of four-wheelers, and we'd love to have you guys like and subscribe and comment as we drag race them, and you guys pick which four-wheelers you think are going to win the drag races. We do everything balls to the wall around here. Nothing simple, nothing boring. All fun, all go. So thank you guys for taking the time to sit and share these adventures with me like I got to share with so many of those other YouTubers. I hope you learned something. I hope that you find that you've got a friend in me, even though we may have never met and never will. And that you can watch this channel anytime you're down, and you can be on those adventures with us. And you can maybe follow that dream of a YouTube channel, or whatever dream you are that you're following. And I'm just happy that you're doing it along with us. So, with no further ado, let's go have some fun. So this is what we call home base, otherwise known as the Watson compound. We do everything from lifting weights, fellowship, brother and sisters, to of course that fleet of four-wheelers I told you about. And then of course there's that beautiful 2500 that we'll be getting that built 6-liter and a turbo we just talked about. There's the master himself hard at work. We won't bother him. That's that beauty of a built 6-liter. There's going to be our beauty of a built 4L80.
There's a water pump, not the radio.
And that big old truck's going to wax any Mustang or Camaro you want to bring at it.
The water pump, the bearing in that water pump went out.
This is where we'll be teaching you a lot of the skills about mechanic work, basic maintenance. There's our beautiful animals we've been blessed to harvest over the years. We stay busy on some LSGM motors. It's our specialty. We'll also work on Mopar, Ford if we have to. Do a little quick rundown on the four-wheelers here. This is going to be your 2024 Suzuki King Quad 750 with the power steering. Great riding four-wheeler. This is obviously our classic. This was passed along by my grandfather, Honda 4Trax 300. We've done everything we can to keep this thing as clean as possible. It'll probably outlast every single one of these. If you ever played ATV Off-Road Fury, you know all about the KFX 700. Everybody wanted the KFX 700. You know we had to get the one with the dual Yoshis on it. Personally, I was always big on that 660 Raptor. I thought that 660 Raptor was the four-wheeler to have, man. So of course we stepped it up and we had to get the 700R Raptor this time. And not a beginner's four-wheeler, buddy. Not a beginner's four-wheeler. Then you got my baby. This is my favorite four-wheeler in the shop. This one's my personal one that I bought last year, 2024 Brute Force 750. It's the first year they changed the body style in quite a few years. I got the limited edition wrap. And man, look at the lights on there. So I don't know if we're going to do much racing today. We also have a few other quads that aren't here today. Give us a like and subscribe. Pick your favorite four-wheeler I just showed you guys. Let me know which ones you want to see race and what you guys think are going to win the race. So that was a little rundown of the shop. Let's go see if we can't shoot some more pumpkins later. Now I promised you guys there would be a lot of fun firearm activity on this channel because this is the United States and it is a freedom that we are given that many countries do not have. So I've got a fun idea that I think would be a fun experiment for us to all watch. If there are other channels doing this, I apologize. I haven't seen it. This is literally one of my first episodes. It's October. We all know what that means. It's pumpkin time. It's time to go to the corn mazes. It's Halloween time. It's just straight pumpkin time. There's three things you can do with a pumpkin. You can eat it, you can carve it, or you can smash, plastic, slash, explode it. Personally, number 3 is my favorite option. I think the best option for that clearly would be to shoot them. That being said, we as a family have quite the plethora of firearms. And what funner way to test different firearms' power capabilities, penetration capabilities, than to just shoot an old pumpkin. In honor of South Carolina's gun season starting soon, I thought the first firearm that we should start off with was Grandpa's favorite rifle. Marlin Model 336, chambered in 30-30. Some of people's first guns that they've always carried. Guaranteed killer, 100-yard gun. I think everybody should shoot a deer with a 30-30. Now this is the Marlin 3036, probably from the 1980s. This is an older firearm that my grandfather passed down to me. But I've got a surprise to show you guys. Now I told you I had one other surprise for you. This is also a 3030. This is the new Henry Hush from the Special Product Division. Notice anything different about this 3030? Yes. That would be a carbon barrel. Yes. That would be a threaded barrel for suppressor. This specific model also came with a brake that you could screw right on, just in case you didn't have that suppressor yet. Very lightweight, very good looking rifle. Let's go see how they do. Alright you guys, a lot of controversy when it comes to rounds and lever guns. So I'm actually going to do two. You got the old legendary Winchester hollow point, copper jacketed lead core hollow point, and you got your Hornady Liver Evolution, mostly copper, releases very hard, not much penetration, give you a little bit more penetration, a little less knockdown power. Both have their positives, both have their negatives. Most people tend to lean towards the Liver Evolution because it does have such a good velocity. They use some pretty hot powder. We'll start with the old Winchester tip first. See how she rips. Put your hammer down till you're ready to shoot. Ear safety. GoPro on. Let's see if we can do this pumpkin. We hit it. Go check it out. Now I did forget to mention that's about a 20-yard shot. Let's check out the damage. Remember, this was the hollow tip Winchester. Nice little entry hole. I'd hate to be a deer if that was my entry hole. Beautiful exit on the back. That's 20 yards with Pappy's old 30-30. For anybody that doubts if they think you won't at least make a decent hole, if you can make a decent shot, ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's try out that Liver Evolution bullet. Well, I gotta be honest with you guys, I ran a shot on that Hornady, aimed at the exact same spot as that Winchester, and it hit about 1.5 inches, 2 inches higher. It may be because they are a lot hotter load, and these iron sights might have been set for those older cartridges, so I'm gonna aim a little bit lower, and hopefully I just don't suck. Got her that time, buddy. Well, as you can tell, she used to be sitting right there. Winchester didn't blow it clean off the thing, but
That's going to be the exit or the entrance. I'm not sure, because I had it spun sideways to where the holes wouldn't line up where you could see the damage. That would have been your entrance from your Winchester. That would have been your exit from your Winchester. That's going to be your wound channel on that lever evolution. So like I said, looks like a massive release on that lever evolution, just massive release. Looks like that hollow point goes in, mushrooms a little bit, gives you good penetration, good hole out the back. So your choice is yours. You can either get that big knockdown power, or you can get penetration. Now I do have to apologize. I've ruined you guys. I went ahead and showed you guys that Henry Hush. I know y'all wanted to see the carbon barrel. I wanted you to see how it shot. And unfortunately, that gun only came with a Picatinny rail, no open sights or anything. And in all honesty, we didn't want to miss the target on our first episode, embarrass ourselves. Come on, you can't blame us. The second we get a sight on that gun, that will be a bonus video for the next pumpkin shooting. We will fire that Henry Hush for you guys. Again, stay tuned for tomorrow's episode of which gun we're going to use next. And stay patient with me as I learn how to edit these videos. I know there's not a lot of music, not a lot of crazy intro stuff. I'm figuring it out, man. I'm just a country boy trying to show you guys some cool stuff. So thank you again. Thank you for the first episode of Outdoor and Horsepower 101. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you'll continue to learn something. And who knows what we're going to do on that next episode. I think we need to do a bit of four-wheeler racing. Ryan thinks that KFX 700 can hang with my 750 brute force, and I'm here to tell you that brute force is going to wax that KFX 700. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the craziness of this episode. Peace out, guys. End recording. GoPro end recording.